You ever notice how pain shows up like an uninvited guest? It don't announce itself with flowers. It walks in heavy, drops a suitcase, and sits down like it's paying rent. I've been there. You've been there. Everybody in this room been there. And I want you to hear me right now. Your pain is not the end of your story. It's the setup for your comeback. See, people think pain means you did something wrong. They think pain means God left the room. Nah. Pain means something important is happening. Pain is the chisel knocking on the statue inside of you. If you run from it, you run from the masterpiece God's trying to carve. If you stay, you might just find out what you're made of. Let me tell you a little truth. When you're down, the enemy will whisper 1,000 reasons to quit. He'll point to your bank account, your broken relationship, your failed plan, and he'll say, you don't belong. But faith, real faith, says, sit down, enemy. This is where the teaching happens. You don't know the lesson if you leave the classroom early. Pain doesn't show up to make your life miserable. It shows up to teach you something you couldn't learn any other way. That's a hard truth, and it's also a freeing one. When you start seeing pain as instruction instead of indictment, everything changes. Your posture, your choices, even your future. Think about it like this. A blacksmith doesn't complain when the metal gets hot. Heat is part of the process. The hammer isn't cruel, it is purposeful. Your struggles are the heat and the hammer. They break off weak pieces, they reveal hidden faults, and they make what's left stronger and more useful. If you treat pain as punishment, you hide, you resent, and you stall. If you treat pain as teacher, you study, you adapt, and you grow. There are practical, everyday ways to turn hurt into learning. First, ask better questions when something goes wrong. Instead of why me, ask what for. That small shift moves your brain from victim mode into student mode. When you ask what for, you start hunting for lessons. Did this reveal a blind spot in your finances? Did it show a character weakness, pride, impatience, dependency? That needs work. The answers become a blueprint. Second, take notes. Sounds simple, but people rarely record the hard lessons. Write down the moment, what you felt, what you did, and what you could do differently next time. This is how